All right, everyone, thanks for tuning back in. If you are new here, my name is Sean. Adventure Romex is my YouTube channel. We do camping, cooking, gear reviews. Today we are doing some gear review. So on my last trip to Arizona, I was using a refrigerator similar to this size. And I had that refrigerator for a couple of years, and it was, you know, kind of one of the cheap brands from Amazon. And it was doing just fine, but halfway on the drive up there, it died. And I don't know what it did. I don't know what happened, but BougeRV has been a sponsor of the channel. I've got their big Rocky 50 in there. I've got their solar panels. I've got their water heater. Love their stuff. So I reached out to them and I said, hey, do you have a refrigerator in this particular size format? Because I needed it to be in that 20-ish quart category, just for a few things. So they were like, sure, we have this one. Do you want to take a look at it? So I was like, absolutely, I will. So they sent it on over. I don't even know what color it is. Hopefully it's black, but it could be pink. I don't know, whatever, you know, whatever they decide to send out is what they decide to send out. So today, for our opening and cutting pleasure, is our Benchmade bug out. Nothing fancy. I've had this guy for years. Matter of fact, I have some nice scales to put on it. I just haven't done it. So anyway, so let's get this open, get a look at it, talk about it. See if we can keep everything from not blowing away in the wind. Silver and black, perfect. Okay, excellent. That was what I was hoping for. All right, so let's get this guy out of here. Let me deal with the, well, the wind's not blowing right now, so let's get it out of there. There we go. And probably gonna knock my knife. There, we'll go that way. Perfect. Excellent. Everything I hoped and dreamed. All right, let me put this trash away, and then we'll talk about this guy. All right, so this is the CR23, 23 quarts. Looks fairly deep. That's going to be kind of nice, actually. I've got some taller things in the truck, and we'll see if they'll fit in there. It'd be just huge if they did. Let's see what we got in the package here. Now, BougeRV has always been excellent with their instruction manuals. 12 volt accessory plug and the 110 volt accessory plug, well, power. And then it looks like a couple little stick-on feet for somewhere. We'll have to flip this guy over and figure it out. So it looks like on the same side here is where you plug in either or 110 or 12 and 24 volt it'll take. So the handles are here. Now these handles, you can see, are pretty thin. I don't even get a full knuckle out of them. So that's something to, you know, when you grab it though, it's not bad, but if it's chock full of goodies, it might feel a little sketch. Everything comes taped down, so we'll. And then what I'd like to do, you know, they say 15 minutes, quick cool, blah, blah, blah. I'd like to test that and see how long, and I think maybe that's probably the exact same, or the exact thing we'll do right now. All right, so we'll plug it in over here, as indicated. Got our 110 run from our power station in the back of the truck. Get this guy plugged in, and power on. Press and hold. Good to go. Press and hold for 3 seconds to turn it back off. So this is the max in the eco switch. Right now it says max. I think you see it flashing. So let's see. Press it again, down to eco. So on eco it says it's supposed to use about 36 watts. And on max it's supposed to use like 45 watts. So we'll set it on max. We will also Use the temperature control here. Right now it's in Fahrenheit. You can press and hold these together, and tells you right here you can switch it to Celsius. So if you're in the metric part of the world, there you go. I'm not. There we go. Okay, 53. So let's go ahead and turn this thing down. Turn it down to say, I like to keep these little guys like this somewhere in that 31, 32, because they fluctuate a fair amount. In that way, you know, I've never really had them freeze at 32. I could be wrong with this one. We'll find out. We will start a timer right now. All right. And so it also has the power saving mode for your battery. So it's got a high, a medium, and a low. So if you, for example, had the 12 volt plug-in inside your accessory on your vehicle, your cigarette lighter, you'd want to set that to high. And what that does is it makes sure that it leaves enough voltage in your house battery so that you can start your vehicle. Medium, you could put it to, if you were doing that and you had maybe a dual battery setup like this truck does, I would do it to medium. And then this is going to be set to low because this will always be run by power stations and or the lithium batteries that are going to be installed in here. And so let's give this guy some time. It's at 53 degrees now. We started our stopwatch. And see how quick it'll get down to 32. We also have a little USB connection here that you could use as a charger if necessary. Just like that. 13 minutes, 6 seconds. We are down to 33 degrees. So their 15-minute claim that they made is 100% accurate. This is where I was saying that I set them to 31 because they tend to fluctuate quite a bit. Up and down, but they don't really stay that way. All right, so the lid is magnetic. Ugh. Stays down pretty good. It's just got that little chain right there to hold the door open. Also gives you a little cheat sheet right here where you should keep your foods. All right, I took a second there. I plugged in my tablet. It needed to be charged, so I was like, let's try this out. That's working like a champ. What I want to do is I want to take some take some of the warmer stuff that I have. That it's, well, I mean, it's only like 50 degrees out, so it's not really that warm. But right now we're at 28 degrees. The compressor's running. It'll probably shut off here pretty quick. So I'm going to take a few warmer things. We'll put it in here, and we'll see if it knocks that temp down, or brings that temp up, I should say. It already dropped down to 27, 26. So let me get that stuff, and we'll put it in. Also, I wanted to see if these fit. I mean, it's a close fit, but there's just enough of an indentation there that that'll go. That'll go. Perfect. Could take a few of these sodas here. Toss those in. Boom. We're still at 25. So this thing cycles pretty hard, but it's one thing that I've noticed with these smaller units. They do kind of zzz all over the place. So that's why you just kind of pick where you think the middle of the swing is. At least that's what I do. And like I said, I haven't had anything get frozen in any of these yet. But this refrigerator is actually going to live right here in the back of the truck. So this will be my table, so to speak, slash fridge. It's perfect. I'll be able to put, my juice and stuff in here, some ice, cold snacks if I want to, or on longer trips, like this last one, which was a real problem. I had the smaller fridge just packed to the gills with, the perishable items, and also had the big freeze pack because we were going to be gone for 4 to 5 days with no services. So I had to have extra ice. I had all these things. So when that one took a pooper on me, I had to actually borrow space from everybody else's fridges. You know, it's like, hey, can you put a little bit here? Can you put a little bit there? So I think we'll go ahead and let this go. See, now, yeah, we've already jumped up to 35, but we'll have to give it a little bit of time here because we had the lid open for quite a while. I think I called this the CR23 in the opening of this video. It's actually the CR22 23 quart. Exterior size on this is 22.7, probably by 12.6, and then probably by 13 deep. I don't have a tape measure, otherwise I would do it. 12 volts, got a 2-year warranty. What else about this one? No Bluetooth app. So I really like the Bluetooth app. I can't dink them on this because the price is outstanding on this guy. So I can't, you know, say, hey, you need to put the Bluetooth app in. You know, that's just, we're bringing the prices up if you do that. This is designed to be an affordable unit with just enough features to get you by to do the job that it's supposed to do. And what do we, oh, yeah, see, now we've jumped up to 44 degrees here now. So obviously the stuff that we put in there knocked that temperature down, 45. So we'll see what the fluctuations look like, and then we'll see when it settles down. I didn't put a timer on this because I don't think it really matters. You know, just go into that knowing that if you have this thing on and you throw a bunch of warm stuff in there, you're gonna kill it temperature-wise for a while. So I recommend, if you can, to pre-chill everything that you're gonna put in here. You know, your perishables are gonna be chilled anyway. But I recommend pre-chilling it. It's just easier on the unit, and you're not just beating the temperature fluctuations, you know, all to hell. So, you can get it in 5 colors. The CR series is like the colorful series. So 5 colors. There's a white, a black, a teal, I think a pink, and then a kind of a lavender looking color, you know. So, you know, especially for those female van lifers out there, they may want a little color in their life, you know, or maybe you're a male and you want a pink fridge, you know, knock yourself out. Okay, even though it doesn't use the C-Cop compressors, it does say it's got a 10-year warranty on the compressor, so that's good. So if you do have a compressor issue, you can get it warranted. You know, it's 2 years on the entire unit, but it looks like 10 years on the warranty for the compressor. So that's great. The last stats are it weighs about 21 pounds, empty, of course. It does go down, I don't think I said it, it goes down to -7 on the temperature. So, I mean, you could keep icy. So that way we put my ice cream and stuff in there. It's rock hard, you know, I'm not getting all squishy ice cream and stuff. You gotta be careful though, you know, when you stick things in there, when they get that frozen, it takes that much longer to get them defrosted. But one thing to note, I don't get paid any dollars, period, for any review that I've ever shown you. When you see the paid promotion up there in the corner, it's because they've given me something, and the YouTube verbiage says, you know, if you've been paid or if you've been giving a product to do as a placement. And so I feel that's a product placement, and I feel that's a paid promotion. So anyway, just take that for what it's worth. I love the fact that it has the flat top. It's going to be great for doing what I need to do back here. I'll put a cover on it, you know, to protect it and whatnot. But if you like coming out here, you know, in the great outdoors and looking at products and things like that, and if you found any value in this video, you know, if you would consider liking and subscribing and notifying and do all the YouTube things. All right, thanks for watching, guys. If you have any comments, please leave them down below. You know, the comments are super helpful. It helps me as a creator find out what you like and what you don't like, you know. And if you hated audio or if you hated something else, then I go out and I try to correct that. I try to get a better camera, try to get better microphones, try to get, you know, better tripod setups or whatever the case may be. So thanks for watching, guys. I super appreciate you tuning back in or tuning in for the first time, and we will catch you on the next video.